Hi everyone, I hope you're all okay today, and I hope you're staying safe and out of harm's way. We all need to do that at the moment, don't we? I've got my gorgeous Ginny with me today because a lot of her aunties said they haven't seen her for a while. She's usually busy reading. She's a very studious little girl and she's very quiet. She reminds me very much of me when I was a little girl. She absolutely loves reading and being on her own. But I'm going to change her today. She's been there with Charlie Bear. And I'm going to change her into a summer dress. And it's got red and white stripes at the top. And the white cotton bottom is covered in different coloured butterflies. I think that's really beautiful. And I'm going to put a long sleeved onesie underneath it because she's 3/4 limbs, and some long dusky pink socks. So I'm going to put that on her, and I probably will change her hair bows, but we'll see. I don't change her a lot on camera because she's a big girl, and I find it a bit awkward, but we'll see how we go. Can I have her please, Charlie? Come on, sweetheart. Mwah. I'll lay her down and I'll just move Mr. Charlie Bear out of the way. Let's put your head on a pillow, sweetheart. There we go. There she is. And we'll see if you can see her okay. There she is, my gorgeous girl. Just absolutely love Ginny. I really do. Had her quite a while now, haven't I, Ginny? And just love her to pieces. I'm going to take her out of this Peter Rabbit outfit. Let's just take your shoes off, sweetie, and have a little chat, because I thought I could give you one of my life stories today. Ugh, made her face all wet. Yeah, I was thinking I haven't given you one of those for a while. Let's move you back a little bit, sweetheart, and perhaps people can see you a bit better. Can you see her a bit better there? There we go. Yeah, I haven't done any of my life stories for a while, and I was going to tell you about one of our journeys, because we had some horrendous journeys. We really did. And this particular journey was when we left the Outer Hebrides. We were up on the islands off Scotland for 3 years, and we had to come back to the mainland. Well, I'm a terrible travel sickness. I have terrible travel sickness, and the only way of getting off the island was by plane or by boat, and I am terrible on boats. I mean, I spend 90% of the time in the toilets. Are you seeing her okay? I'm a bit worried because it's a bit overcast today. Oh, no, you can see her okay, can't you? And so my husband said we had a car to take back, so somebody had to go on the boat. Where you going, Ginny? Where you going, Ginny? So he took the car back on the boat, and I flew with the boys. And the idea was he would meet us down in Glasgow at the airport, pick us up, and then we'd carry on our journey together. There we go, sweetheart. And so I flew off with the boys in the morning, and we got to Glasgow about midday, I think it was, and waited for my husband. I mean, we had books and things to do, and I kept the boys busy, so we didn't have any problems. But my husband said to me, if I don't get to you by, I think it was 3 o'clock, get on the last plane down to Heathrow and get one of your brothers or sisters to pick you up, and I'll pick you up from there. Just let me know where you are. This nappy's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Let me just pause you a minute and I'll change her nappy. Right, I've got her clean nappy on. So I kept the boys entertained, and it got to the time that my husband said that he, you know, and I was just thinking about going to get a ticket, and he arrived. And he'd had the most horrendous journey. Really bad. The sea had been really choppy, and his handbrake had broken on the car, which was a bit dangerous. So he'd had a rough old time, but he's a good sailor. It didn't affect him at all. So it had like taken longer to do the crossing, etc, etc. Anyway, he picked us all up, and we'd arranged to stay in one of those motel things overnight, because it was going to be too long a day for the boys otherwise. And so we journeyed down part the way home, because we had to go. There we go, sweetheart. Oh, she's such a big girl, aren't you? We were going all the way from Scotland down to our house in Dorset, and that's almost the whole length of Great Britain, so it was a long journey, you know. So we'd arranged to stay in one of these motorway motel things. So we stayed there for the night. We only could afford to get one room, but we have this room, and we managed to all squeeze in there, and there was like a little camp bed that you could use, and there was like a little sofa and all sorts. Anyway, we got the boys sorted out and everything, got them some dinner and settled down for the night. Anyway, the next day we sets off in the car again, and we were, you know, doing okay. It wasn't too bad, but with no handbrake, it was a little bit dodgy on the car, but there was nothing we could do about it. We had to get back. So we managed to get, because we filled up with petrol at the motel, and we got down. We were only like 5 miles away from home, and we were going round this roundabout, and the car just cut out, completely cut out. And we were in the middle of this roundabout, and everybody was honking at us, and the boys were upset, and oh dear, it was terrible. And so another motorist stopped and helped my husband to push the car to the side of the road, because I mean, you don't want to be in the middle of a roundabout, and gave my husband a lift to the nearest garage, and kind of my husband phoned for a tow truck, you know, someone to come out to look at the car. Anyway, of course we were sat in the car at the side of the road wondering what on earth was going on. Over you go, darling. There you go. We were wondering what was going on. Anyway, he turned up with an AA man, the Automobile Association, and he had a look at the car, and he just started laughing, and my husband said, you know, what's wrong? He said, you've run out of petrol. And my husband said, well, we haven't run out of petrol. It says we're still half full. He said, well, your petrol gauge is broken then. So he gave us some petrol, which got us home. So not only had the handbrake broken, it had broken the petrol gauge as well to the car. That looks really cute, sweetheart, on you. This is what I hate about 3/4 arms and legs, that you have to put something underneath it or something over the top, you know. But yeah, so we had this absolutely horrendous journey. We were glad to get back to our home, and while we'd been gone, we'd rented our house out through an estate agent and everything. But the lady that had it, she had children, and she'd actually not paid the last few months' rent because of some personal circumstance. And when we got in the house, she'd painted all the walls in our house a dark brown. Oh, it was absolutely awful, and it took ages for us to get it back light, because you know what it's like when you have a dark paint, it takes ages to get rid of it. So yeah, so we got home and we had this awful sight when we got home. There we go, Ginny, you look gorgeous. Sit you up again. I'll sit her up so you can see her. That looks really cute on her, doesn't it? Really cute. Let me see what you're seeing. There she is. Say hi, aunties. You're going to look at everybody. Don't look at the teddy. Say hi, aunties. It's Ginny. Let's take the bands out of your hair. I got some of these little elastic silicone bands, and I thought I'd give her hair a brush. And it needs washing again, actually. It's kind of coming up for washing again, isn't it? Shall we leave your hair down today? What do you think? Shall we leave it down, darling? We can leave it down today, can't we? Yeah. She's got such pretty hair. Love her hair. Yeah, so it was quite a disastrous journey, really, but we had a lot of those. We really did. But I was glad that he met up with us and we all went kind of home in the car together, even though that was a little bit... There we go, sweetheart. It's looking a bit dirty at the moment, isn't it? That's why I've had it up. But it doesn't look too bad. Should we put it back in bunches? Let me see if I've got a little headband that'll go with it. So yeah, bit disastrous, but not too bad. Oh, we've got a polka dot headband. It doesn't really go with that though, does it? Because have we got a one that's more... Oh, we've got a green polka dot one that'll go with the green in the butterflies, look. That's nice. I like that. Should we put that on you, darling? Mummy will give your hair a wash. Oh, that looks cute, doesn't it? So yeah, as I say, we had some horrendous journeys in our lives in the army, and I just thought I'd share that with you today. And I'll give this little girl's hair a wash at the weekend, I think. But there she is, aunties. There's beautiful Ginny. I hope you've enjoyed seeing her today. Makes a change, doesn't it? But as I say, I don't change her a lot because she is one of my bigger girls, and with the 3/4 arms and legs, it doesn't, it's harder. Actually, I don't know whether that would hang over your... It might do, it might have gone over, but it's safer to have a white shirt underneath it, isn't it? So there she is. I hope you've enjoyed seeing her today. My beautiful girl. She's got the most amazing, thoughtful face and beautiful eyes. Absolutely beautiful, aren't they? I suppose she wants to go back and read her books, don't you? Yes, you do. So I hope you enjoyed my disastrous journey home, and you've enjoyed seeing Ginny today. Take care, everybody. Mwah. Love you, ladies and gentlemen.